fancy. Let's do Wallbugs.
It is fancy. So Wallbugs, this is a progression. So we're going to be using a wall. Chris is going to be having his hands against the wall. He's going to be pushing into the wall, which is going to engage his shoulders a little bit more. It's another way of getting overhead without having to stand and put your arm up by your ear. So if you really struggle and you're all shruggy with putting your arms above your head, maybe taking gravity out of the equation might help you get there, gain that shoulder mobility and thoracic spine mobility so you can better get your arms over your head. So Chris is going to be laying back. He's going to distance himself far enough where he can fully extend his arms away from the wall. Now if he can't get his upper arm next to his ear when he does this, he can move his hands up the wall just a little bit, but Chris has great shoulder and thoracic spine mobility, so he can move his hands down closer to the floor. So it's important that when he's in this position, he's not making a big arch with his spine, so I could easily take this towel out. That's not what we want, so we want to pull that back through. So he wants to press his spine down into the towel, so when I tug, can't take it out of there. And so this is going to be engaging his trunk, something that's going to help us transmit force from our legs into our upper body during our swing. Now he's going to be alternating, kicking his legs out while pressing both arms into the wall. So as
kicking like that?
Not kicking like that. You're going to think about reaching your heel out as far as you can. So with control, don't let gravity do the work and slam your leg down into the ground. So as he does this, his obliques and his abdominals and his spinal stabilizers are going to be firing, and these are the guys that transmit the force from your legs into your upper body, eventually into the ball, so you can hit the ball farther. So as he extends each leg, he's also going into the very beginning of hip extension. So we sit a lot throughout our day, and we tend to get into these flex position in our hip. So as he goes and extends his leg, you'll see on this left side, he gets good hip extension, a straight line from his heel to his shoulder. So at the same time he's getting his hip extension, he's going to be getting flexion in his shoulder. So we talked a little bit about this before, but by engaging his trunk, he's making sure he gets as much length out of his lats and his pecs as possible. So if he were to arch his back, so lift up, right, so he's going to end up getting a little bit less flexion in his shoulder. So as he pegs his back down, he's going to get a little bit more of that flexion. So as far as how many should you do, you can either go for time, somewhere about 30 seconds for 3 to 4 sets, or you can pick number of reps, usually about 8 to 10 on each side for 3 to 4 sets as well.